The day before Philip Siefke went shopping for a new car insurance policy, he happened to hit his brakes hard while driving. Not 24 hours later, when he priced a policy with Progressive, he was shocked to find they already knew about that mundane experience. The information came from Toyota, a representative explained to Siefke. About 90% of new cars on the road collect information on the driving behavior of whoever is behind the wheel, according to Telemetry, an automotive strategic advisory firm. Many automakers sell that information to third parties, like insurance companies. Car buyers do have to agree to allow the collection and sale of their data, but that agreement is often very deep in the fine print of the documents people sign when they buy the car. The collection and sale of driving data is widespread across the automotive industry, the Federal Trade Commission noted in a 2024 warning to consumers. The auto companies, however, say this data is collected with the intent to use the information to protect drivers. Industry trade groups like the Alliance for Automotive Innovation defend the collection of driving data, saying automakers use these programs to provide information that supports cars' proper functioning and improve safety. Consumer advocacy groups and the FTC flag privacy concerns. In its 2024 consumer warning, the FTC wrote that cars can collect a lot of data about people, and its collection, use, and disclosure can threaten consumers' privacy and financial welfare. The FTC prohibited General Motors and its OnStar service from selling this kind of data for 5 years without adequately notifying consumers and obtaining their affirmative consent. There was no financial penalty for GM, which said it had discontinued the practice of selling the information it collects to third parties a year before the FTC order. For Siefke's lawyer, it's not a question of safety. It's about both privacy and informed consent. People should have the right to decide what they want to share with third parties, and they should not have those privacy rights taken from them without choice. Siefke feels he didn't get that choice, and that he ended up paying for it. Last January, despite his reservations, Siefke moved forward with a Progressive policy that cost less than $300 a month. With a good driving record that included no tickets in almost a decade, and no accidents since the 1990s, he thought he'd maintain a good rate. But when it came time to renew his policy 6 months later, his rate had jumped to more than $400 a month, with no explanation. Meanwhile, the case he filed against Toyota, Progressive, and the third-party data company is still pending. It was moved from the courts to arbitration. Siefke had also unknowingly agreed to arbitrate any disputes when he bought the car. Toyota wouldn't comment on ongoing litigation, but said it only sells driving information to third parties, except when the customer provides consent and directs Toyota Motors North America to do so. Progressive did not respond to a request for comment. The latest news you find here.